Hey everyone. So, I haven't done a video in a while, at least not on this channel. I thought I would do one just to get some things clarified and get some things off my chest. People may think that this is going to be a pity party video. It kind of is a little bit because there's negative thoughts in my head. I need to get them out. And the only way I can really do that is by just putting it onto a video and getting it out there. So, there'll be things people don't like on it. There'll be things that maybe some people will wonder why I'm saying what I'm saying. It's my piece. I need to get it out. So I'll start with why I'm doing this video in the first place. It's because I am walking away from stand-up comedy. And that's definitely in the case of performing stand-up. I need to walk away. My mental health is not good right now. And we all know what I'm like with this stand-up comedy thing. It's kind of like an abusive relationship with me. I do it for a while, things seem to go good, then there's a couple of bumps in the road, things start to get worse, and then I eventually kind of fall into a spiral, and then I need to walk away for the sake of my mental health. I'm sick of this, you're sick of this, we're all sick of this cycle, so the only way that I'm going to be able to stop this cycle is to cut the cord completely. And yeah, that requires me walking away from performing stand-up comedy. I'm not going to be a big loss anyway because I'm not exactly a good act. I am what you would call in wrestling terms a lower mid card. You know, someone that could come in and help others look good, but themselves won't necessarily rise to the top. That's basically my stand-up comedy. I can't even say it's a career because it's only been 3 years. It's how my stand-up comedy life has been. I'm not reliable in terms of my stand-up comedy content. Some days I'll be able to do it and I knock it out the park. Other days I do it and it's horrible. It's not a good act. And people can talk about the different types of audiences, the different types of venues, but if I'm from the background of if you're good enough, you should be able to survive any type of audience. I did that for years doing acting. And it's probably why I'm so hard on myself in stand-up wise, because when I did acting, I was the top dog. I knew that I was good, and I could back it up on stage. I could back up everything that I said. If I said that I was good at acting and I would be able to do a solid performance, I would probably over-deliver every time because I knew I could do it. Stand-up wise, I am not that guy. I'm not the guy that's going to be a headliner or a sellout comedian. And I know that because ticket sales for my gigs have quite frankly been shit. And that's not disrespecting to anybody that's keen to the gigs. I'm grateful that you bought a ticket because no one else did. But it's a trauma response from that. Everybody knows about when I had my own theatre company and I did some of my own shows, and when I had a 150 seater theatre booked, only 3 people turned up. That broke me. That was an extreme trauma that I will never get over. I'm going back into doing my own events, trying to book tickets, and seeing the lack of people that turn up to those events. It just brings back that trauma response all over again. Because I take everything on board, and I take it all on my shoulders. I feel bad for the venue because they don't get the footfall through the door, which means they don't get people buying drinks and they don't get to make their money. I feel guilty for all the acts that I book because they don't have an audience to perform to. I feel bad for myself because I keep thinking, could I have done more? Should I have done more? But then I think about all the times I do the promotion for the stuff, and then I get a barrage of abuse online because people are sick of seeing my posts. I am not mentally strong enough to take that. Everybody says you need to toughen up, you need to have a thick skin. Well, how about people stop being dicks? How about people stop acting like twats and come to shows and give support and encouragement rather than the whole, oh, you just need to toughen up, it's part of the business. It's not part of the business to feel like shit. You shouldn't feel like crap doing anything. Life's too short. Think about those betting adverts where people tell you when the fun stops, stop. That is what I'm going through right now. The fun has stopped. I need to stop. Now, what does that mean for Stand and Deliver? Online workshop wise, it's still going to go as normal. People like the workshops. I like them because I don't need to leave my house. I get to hear people's material, help them craft it. And I seem to be better at helping come up with good material than actually writing good material for myself. So I like doing that, and that's going to stick around. The in-person workshops they're up in the air right now. Maybe they'll keep going, but maybe it'll just be down to like a once a month thing. Ginger Media, almost 3 years it's been going. Is it going to keep going? The honest answer is I don't know. We all know my situation in terms of work. I can't work a proper job because I am too mentally unstable. And that is coming up on 2 years since I got that diagnosis. It's not a good feeling to have, knowing that you can't work because you're not stable enough to hold down a proper job. And Ginger Media is technically not classed as a proper job for me because I'm not allowed to make any money off it. So it can keep going. But it still has all the proper job stuff to do. Corporation tax, accounts, all that kind of stuff, which costs money. Money which I don't necessarily have. It might be a case of that maybe it's another year and it might need to stop. I honestly don't know. The one thing I'll definitely keep doing is my Ginger Engine channel. That's the thing that I really like doing. I like making my Thomas videos because that is everything that I want in content creation and performing. People want to hear my stuff. They actively tune in. They engage. It makes me feel good. The masses don't really kind of understand it. You know, a guy my age talking about a show that was made for kids. But I'm starting to kind of get to that point where I don't need masses to understand it. I like what I do. It makes me happy. And there's a good community of people that I have built that watch my stuff, that like my stuff, and they make me feel good. Whereas other performance isn't making me feel good. It's making me feel sad. And I don't want to feel sad anymore. I'm sick of feeling sad. And I like doing the Ginger Engine stuff more than stand-up comedy and performing because that's on my own terms. I have got more control over it, and it also means that I have more time with my family. Something I've learned definitely over the last couple of years is that family is so important. My kids, my wife, my parents, my brother, my aunts and uncles, cousins, they're all so damn important to me. My gran and papa as well, two of the best people that I've ever known. And I miss time with them because I'm doing gigs or I'm doing performances. I lose that quality time with them, and I don't want to lose that anymore. I am sick of not seeing them. I want to spend more time with them. Yes, this is going to sound dark, I don't care, but you don't know how long you've got with them. And I don't want to miss a single moment with them. There'll be a point where the boys get old enough that they won't want to hang about with their old dad. That's fine. Well, they still want to hang about with me. You bet I'm going to be there. I want to be at everything they do. I want to be a huge part of their lives. I want to be there for my parents. I want to be there for my family. And I can't be there for my family if I am doing other things. So I'm stepping back from the rest of the performance stuff, and I'm going to focus on family. And people will probably say, yeah, give him a year, or maybe give him 6 months, and he won't, and he'll just go back to doing what he's doing. I genuinely don't think that's the case this time. Remember, I went 9 years without stepping foot on a stage after I had had the experience that I had with the theatre company. It was 9 years. It's not a case of that I'll walk away and people will expect me to come back. And I'm feeling that way again. Me being on stage is too toxic for my health. Because I remember who I was, and then I realised what I am now. And I can't make peace with that. So the way I'm going to be able to deal with it is to stop cold turkey. And I'll just stick to doing what I'm doing with my Ginger Engine stuff, with editing my brother's Ginger Transformer videos, doing stuff with the October 15 guys, because that makes me happy. And it's not as time consuming because we're all in the same boat of we're all family men. We all agree that family is the most important part of our lives and everything is second. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to be the guy that sits in his room and records videos about Thomas, and I don't feel any shame about that anymore. I don't feel guilty. And no one is going to pressure me into doing something I don't want to do anymore.